your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
We've been getting our dose of some summertime temperatures here through the middle of June, and we're expected to carry that even into next week, as several days through this week, even under cloudier skies at points, we've been able to achieve the 70s, as the environment, when it doesn't have those rain showers, it can warm more easily. And with it being this time of the year where our surface temperatures are already on the warmer side, it doesn't take as long for those temperatures to make that strive to hit those 70s. And again, we're going to talk about more of these 70s stacking up as we head into next week. Now, what we have been monitoring is some weak systems moving their way into the Gulf waters. It's allowed for some of the far northern panhandle to move into these areas of drizzle, even some overcast pockets, but still going to continue to see that breaking up any of that moisture is going to limit any of that accumulation. However, it is going to lead for us to continue to see that some communities will trend cloudier at points. That is definitely going to have some effect on the temperatures, but there still is expected to be some large breaks of sunshine for some communities. Pinpointing that cloud cover, though, is very dependent on some of the, again, activity that is in the Gulf waters and is expected to fall apart, which will allow for us by Sunday to expect there to be more widespread sunshine for the panhandle. And we are going to note that that is going to lead into some fairly warm temperatures, but we will be noting that as we get to those warm temperatures, we will be keeping an eye on the inevitable return to rainfall, which looks to become possible by next week Thursday, but still fine-tuning the details there on when we get back into this pattern change. But for now, we'll continue to prevail with summertime conditions. High tide is at 7:24 in the morning and then 7:46 into the afternoon. We'll note that to our Friday, we're going to talk about partly cloudy skies. So there's going to be times of that cloudiness, but breaking into some sunshine is expected. You should at least be able to climb above that average of 63. If we get those brighter skies, 70s are easy. If we stay cloudier, mid-60s will be more that general feature. Now, rolling through the forecast, we can see there definitely are some breaks of that sunshine. But one thing to note is that we still see some of those reflectivities there popping up on the forecast. Now, again, not going to talk about much for accumulation, but that moisture is being fed off from the forecast, signaling that there is some moisture in the air, and that's mainly going to be cloud coverage at points. So not expecting rain showers, but cloud cover will be seen. 17 hours and 22 minutes of daylight for our Friday, where we're ranging temperatures for majority of the panhandle, again around the mid-60s. Again, could be warmer, could be cooler, very dependent on cloud cover. That rinses and repeats into Saturday, fairly similar days. Again, cloudier, cooler, brighter, warmer. We're expected to be, though, to the bright skies come Sunday, and that quickly gives us that confidence of those 70s that will grip on at least through Wednesday.